What a view. Holy crap! Someone left a microwave. Whoa, that thing's mint! Alright, ladies and gents, we have the car pulled in here. Today we're going to be trying to lift it up a little bit. So I got these things. It's pretty much just a little screw clamp that goes in there and spreads it. You can also get them to tighten it up. I got 2 pair of those, so each package has 4 in it, so that's 2 per spring. And then I also got just a crescent wrench for it so that I don't have to use the adjustable hammer. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so funny story. They normally have a bit so that I can put the socket on it, make that go a lot quicker. I appear to have misplaced it, so we are going to run to Home Depot real quick and grab a new one. I don't mean to flex on y'all, but I got a full tank of gas. Living. So I couldn't get my camera out fast enough, but I just saw a guy driving an excavator while holding a baby. I love this city. Pulled up to this hardware store. I only need one thing. I'm only getting one thing. I swear on it. I didn't get one thing. I got so many things. You guys want to see something cool? Check this out. Alright, so I'm going with the Milwaukee instead of the DeWalt because battery's dead on that one and I don't want to find it. So no Husky was concerned about their stuff being stolen off the shelf. They put a plastic pin in it. What the heck? Okay, this is actually pretty sweet. So this feels way heavier duty than the old one I had. Not sure what brand that is, but it's older than I am. For real, what is with Husky and stupid security? Holy crap. Alright, something's wrong with this drill, and I can't get it past 18. I can't get it up to the drill. So we're gonna do it like this. Alrighty. It should also be said, I have never used these before or anything like them, so I don't know how this is gonna go. So you'll watch me figure it out. Alright, so I was thinking I might have to take my tire off to get in there, but looking at it now, I've got more than enough work room above the tire. So I guess let's just see how this goes. Alright, so what we've got is 2 of these things for each one. So this has a little divot there that's to sit on the spring, and so that will go on the bottom, another one on the top with these bolts going through it, and then because I'm raising it, I think I want the bolts on the inside of those. So let's hurry and get those put together. This shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, so I've got this put together. This is just kind of sitting on top. I don't know if that's right, but I assume it wouldn't matter too much because it's just got to get in there and the spring will keep it pushed down. So always wear safety glasses. That wrench, it had the little plastic wrap around it where you gotta like cut it to pull it out, and I just said screw it and snapped it out, and a piece of plastic flew up, hit me like right there. So safety glasses are recommended. Alright, another great thing about these sockets I just bought is the case can be used as a phone stand. So what I'm doing here, just want to kind of get it up in there and put it in at an angle so that you can get the spring between those 2 bolts, and then that will go like that, and then you can just tighten these up to there, or loosen them rather, depending on how you look at it. Let's just get those sucked up. Alright, so another big reason I wanted these, other than, you know, just having a small lift on the car. So these, problem with the Jeep Patriot is it was not produced for very long, only a couple of years. And it's not because of any problems with the car, it's actually just because they released it the same year as the Jeep Compass, I believe. And that one was much more popular, much more original in its design, because they thought the Patriot was just sort of like a, you know, a mini Commander. And so people weren't super into it, and it just didn't really take off the way they wanted it to, so they just discontinued it. I think it ran for about 10 years. So mine is a 2017, so it's not horribly old, but it's definitely not like a brand new car type of deal. And so anyways, point of all this, what I'm saying, I'm rambling, sorry, is that the Patriots, they don't really have lift kits. They have, they do have lift kits. They are extremely expensive, and most you get is 2 inches out of it. They also make spacers specifically for the Patriot, which are super expensive. So I figured if I'm spending, you know, $20 for 2 tires, that is a lot cheaper than, you know, $400 for 2 tires, and it's a lot less of a loss if you blow your suspension. The other main reason I needed to lift this is because I put some, so in my last video I showed you the wheel spacers. I've got 4 inches of spacers on each tire, and what that did is it kind of exaggerated my turn radius so that the front of my tire will actually flick back into the well and rub, and it's kind of gnarly. So I decided if I put a lift on it, even if it's just a small one, it will keep my tires from rubbing. And yeah, so let's see how this works. I've almost got this one tire done, and then we'll drop it and look at it. Alright, so a couple of things. I've got both of those in, and it is just barely occurred to me that I'm going to have to tighten all of them the exact same on all 4 tires. So we'll see how that goes. But as high as I lifted this thing up, the tire is now touching the ground. So let's drop it and see how much that raised it. Alright, moment of truth. Here we go. Look at this side, we've got about that much. However much that is. Come around to this side, we now have, actually maybe that's about the same. Let me try again, tighten those up, see if we can get it a little bit higher. Hear that? Yep, so it's squeaking. It's either really good or really bad. Guess we will find out. Alright, let's get this one tightened up all the way as well. I know I said I wouldn't need the adjustable hammer, but it's trying to spin out on me. Oh boy. Alright, I've got those both as far as they will go. Let's see if it makes a difference. Moment of truth part 2. Alright, it's off the jack. Alright, so I'm thinking I'm actually just going to put the other ones together, put them on the other front, take it for a drive, see how it goes. And then I do have a set for the back as well. We'll test drive after both of those. So I'm super optimistic about these, but as of right now, it's not looking like it's really doing much. So we will try it out, see how it goes. So far I think I've gotten about 1 inch of lift just on this one tire. Alright, those two are put together. We'll get them on the other side, and if this goes well, I'll be test driving it with a squat. So let's see. I also just realized I bought a brand new pair of gloves for this, and I completely forgot them, but now it's too late to put them on because I'll get the inside dirty. Alright, here's a development. On this side, the other side, this jack, I pulled it out of the other side just after, like I pulled it down to where I could just turn it over, like flip it down and pull it out. I think I actually got that on video. Now, I bring it over to the jack point on this side. See that? Should I bang it harder? Here. See that? Don't fit. Think we got something. Come back all the way over here to grab my tackle box so I can set up the stupid camera. Alright, just set up the camera here. Didn't complain about it, even a little bit. So, I'm gonna try a time lapse. We'll see how it looks, I guess. And then I'll also time it, tell you how long it takes to put these things in. It is kind of a pain because you just have to keep tightening it. So that was probably the most interesting time lapse you've ever seen. I got them both in. Took friggin' forever. I guess let's drop it and see where we're at. Bit of mud falling out there. So I may just be imagining it, but that does seem at least a little bit higher. Maybe even spotted, I don't know. Let's see. So we have got, I had to grab my measuring tape, I'm sorry. Paying more attention to the real world than to the camera. Oh, yep, see? Did it again. Alright. I'll do it right here now. So, yeah. We are up to 33 inches for the top of that. Oh, geez. So that's 1 inch of lift, which is interesting because these things, that's got to be 2 inches there, right? Hang on, let me get the measuring tape. Yeah, okay. So that's really interesting. So I've got that entire spacer itself is about 4 inches, and that only lifted me up 1 inch. So that's kind of funky. So if I wanted a 2-inch lift, I would have to get 8-inch bolts, which, you know, sounds great in theory until you hit a bump and everything breaks. So let's see. So from the top of the tire to the top of the wheel well, we've got, yeah, see that illegal stance sticking out that far. Alright, 5 1/4 inches. And over here we've got, oh wow, 2.5. Okay, so maybe that did work. I mean, it does kind of look like it has a squat. Hang on. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to back out of the driveway and take a look at it. Or back out into the driveway and take a look at it from there. I love that sound when you start the car in the garage because it's just like... Definitely feels like it's rocking a bit more when I move. I must have lifted it. At least a little bit. I mean, look at that. Holy crap. And I just barely realized I filmed this entire video in portrait. So, I apologize for that again. I'll do better, I promise. Alright, let's go test drive it. I'll just take it down a dirt road I know of, and let's see how bouncy it is. Pretty much the rule with suspension is if you touch it, like if you do anything to it, it should be absolute garbage. That is a given. That is what I'm expecting. So when I'm out on the dirt road, I expect to feel like the car is going to bounce off the road. So we will see. I definitely feel like I'm at more of an angle than I usually am. Like, it feels like I'm driving a squatted truck. Depot receipt just blew out the window. Don't litter, kids. Alright, I'm right at the mouth of this dirt road here. It's just a canal road. I'm not driving out to the desert yet. See how those have held up so far. So they're both still there. Let's check the other side. Yep, still there, still hanging on. So that's a good sign. We'll check it again once we get home and see if these things actually stay in. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, that's definitely jumpier than usual. So that is definitely a good sign. I mean, it's not a good thing, but it means the spacers are working. Hopefully not snapping. Speed it up just a little bit. Oh yeah. Holy crap. Alright. So, it's definitely got that lifted feeling where it feels like you're gonna jump off the road. Which I don't mind too much because I love lifted cars, lifted vehicles. Some people may not, so this would definitely not be the thing to do for you. I hate that there's lemonade stands everywhere, because I gotta drive past these kids and pretend I didn't see them, because you know I just bought 24 Mountain Dews, so I should probably show you the squatted look. And because I'm an idiot and filmed in portrait again, can't get a good angle on it. I guess you can kind of see right there that it does look a little bit squatted, but hopefully this will get rid of the rubbing wheels and maybe make the car look like less of a mom van. Woo! Round two, boys. Oh shoot, yeah, we still gotta look if everything's still in there. It's probably a good thing to check. Alright, so those ones are still there. Come around to the other side, and yep, still in there. So everything's holding up. I did hit some pretty decent bumps. I mean, nothing too serious, but that chrome looks a little out of place, so I'll have to get some mud on there. I will put that on my to-do list. Alright, just gotta do that same stupid thing 2 more times. I think it's taken me probably a half hour on each wheel. So, a little bit time consuming just because you gotta get in there with the wrench and whatever and keep on tightening it. Well, I realized that it's pretty tight together, and that does not fit too good. So let's see what I can figure out. So I kind of figured it out. If I just skip the spring in the middle, it should be able to get it at least to full extension while the car is jacked, maybe a little bit more. It just absolutely will not work any other way. So we'll try it like that, see what it does. Stupid wrench just almost took my eye out again. I had my face too close to where I was tightening this, and it fell right out of there. Oh man, this is the hard part, trying to figure out, should I get it finger tight first or should I just send it all the way through? Whew. It's killer on the neck too, you gotta lay down sometimes. Alright, I think I'm gonna try and get this one right about here, and then we'll drop it and see if it actually made any difference. I doubt it, but I've got them, may as well install them. Okay, so I will not be leaving it at the 1, because if you look at that, check out that spring. It's just kind of curved to the left there. That is bad. Yeah, I want to get the other one in. At the bottom too, it needs to be at the bottom. Or else that's going to put way too much stress on everything. And I do not want that. I already put enough stress on this vehicle. I don't need a little piece of hardware to do it for me. So let's try and get that other one in. Alright, got to this point. I cannot seem to get this to seat on there because for whatever reason the spring is closer to that center shaft than it is on that side. Whew, I'm getting real sick of this. Alright, I'm gonna drop the jack and see if that'll just kind of seat itself. Alright, if everything works right, there should be a pop as soon as I put this down. Like it popping in place. Or it would be popping out of place, which would kind of suck. But let's try it out. So it didn't snap in, but kind of looks like it seated itself. Let's see. That definitely did not seat itself. At least on this. Yeah, that didn't work. But it's still biting. I mean, it's solid as can be. And that definitely did just give it a bit more ride height. Putting that second one in. Let's see. So we are now at 4 1/4 inches. So that just added 1/4 inch. I'm not complaining. Every little bit counts. So let's hit the next one. So I've got those in. This second one here was way easier to put in now that I knew how to do it. And then this first one was in like a minute. So not as big of a pain as the first one, because the first one I just had to figure it out. It is a little bit different because this one, so you can see the spring, it ends in a different place than that one does. So to put this in the exact same position actually puts it lower than this one. It's the opposite over there. So that one didn't right there. This one didn't quite bite down right. This one bit down flawlessly. Oh good, you're awake. Sorry, my phone died after that last little time lapse there. Like immediately after I turned off the camera. So I finished up the other side, dropped the car, and everything is perfect. Came out to about 4 1/2 inches of clearance on all 4 wheels. So it came out perfectly level, definitely higher than it was. I'm driving out to the desert right now so I can do a better off-road test. So you see that horizon? No, you don't. It is super dusty out here. So let's see how good the quality of this video is out here, but just letting you know in advance, if it's garbage, I blame the dust. Alright, ladies and gents, I'm out here in the desert of sorts. So if you look out here, there's these hills. They go all the way down, and then right about where my finger is there, if that'll focus. Yeah, so you can't really see it because of all the dust, but there's a little valley through these hills called Soldier's Pass. It's got some, my camera won't focus. It's got some really good trails and everything, and then just right up here, you hit some farmland, and there's some good trails through there too. So I'm just pulled off for a second so that I can get prepped up. I'm gonna put my helmet on and everything, do this safely, and yeah. Alright, so it's a good 2 degrees hotter, 5 degrees hotter down here than it was up at home. So I'm gonna keep the AC running the entire time. So not gonna be going super fast because the AC is running. Windows up and everything, and hopefully We don't have any major issues with the suspension because that would not be fun to deal with right now. But I think everything should hold up pretty good. Those spacers are in there really tight, so that would be the last thing I would expect to fall off this car. So let's hit it. Go a little bit faster over this stretch here. So you can see it is jumping quite a bit, like it would if you had a lift kit on there. So we're up to 50. Handling is still pretty good. Nothing too major as far as issues go. Slow down real quick before this corner though. I've almost rolled on that thing like 3 times. Alright, so yeah, we just hit 57 and it's still fairly smooth, but you can definitely tell that it does have something messing with the suspension. I stopped at this sort of scenic overlook thing here. So let's see if they've held up. They are kind of squeaking at this point, but I'm pretty sure that's normal. So let's see how they are. It's going to be windy out, I promise you that. So let's go look at it. Alright, so those ones look good. Back here, gotta go underneath. Yep, those are both in there still. Other side. Last ones, they're good. Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna take it slow from here. So I'm gonna lose the helmet because that's killer in the heat. So I guess that's all I've got. Thanks for watching. Again, sorry I put it in portrait again. My bad. I won't do it next time. So if you want these spacers, I think they're called coil spring. Just look for coil spring spacers. There's a couple videos of them on YouTube. That's how I found them. And I just went to AutoZone and grabbed a couple. They had the big packs of them, so 4 in each. And I think it was like $18 per pack. So really, really cheap little spacer kit. Fairly easy to install. It was a little bit tricky on my car just because of how the back springs are different than the front springs, which I thought was kind of weird. But it did fix a number of problems for me. So 1, I don't have that stupid camber anymore. 2, my wheel wells don't rub anymore, which they did. And the third problem is that my car looked stupid without some sort of lift on it. So even if it's just 2 inches, it made a lot of difference for my vehicle. I would definitely recommend them. Do be warned, on the package it says can cause vehicle damage, which is very, very general for lift kits. So just know what you're getting into before you put that on there. Also on the package it said that according to the state of California it could cause cancer or birth defects, so also watch out for that. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe, like, all that fun stuff, and I will see you next time.